He's trying to make the creep waves me. He's like, you take the creep wave away. These creep waves belong together, you know? They're like long-lost lovers.
Yeah, there was some love story there that Armel tried to make with the creeps, but sadly it didn't work out for him. Yopaj is happy though.
God, yeah, he's got a wave, but he's also going to probably lose a full wave that Armel gets to deny here, but Yopaj pulling it underneath his tower. He needs to wait for that crew to come back, get it all out. It's a tough mid matchup. There's no, you know, there's nothing much more to it. It's just Monkey King mid against a melee hero.
He's at least getting some experience, right? Like he brought this lane just close enough to get experience from the other wave that was dying. And when you think about it, for Ember here, you need level 6 and you need a bottle. After that, you just start rotating and that's it.
Oh no. Yes, diving in. It's actually going to be a first blood down bottom, but in mid lane, Armel looking for the solo kill. Can he get Yopaj? He jukes him in the trees. Yopaj stays alive. Armel not wanting to take too many tower hits. Does have a salve. He's looking for him. He's hunting. He jukes it. Yopaj gets back to the tower, jukes the Primal Spring. Nicely played by the Ember Spirit.
It's this story that we had before, what we talked about before the game started, about all the boomers and all the new kids on the block just outplaying the old school players. Yopaj did that extremely well, considering in what situation he was in.
And you mentioned, you know, Yopaj, he's the idol of so many people in NCA. For Armel, he was like the original dominant mid laner when he was playing on TNC, you know, in the old days where he would go up against no one mid. They'd rotate mid, they want Yopaj with the snapper, he'll get the kill. So I think Armel, you know, he's got a bone to pick with Yopaj when, you know, everyone's talking about Yopaj as the new big mid laner in SEA. Armel wants to remind people like, wait a second, you know, I'm still here.
I'm still around. I'm still here, yeah. And he might have needed a little bit of help from DJ, from the Snapfire there, but it was just enough to get that kill on the Ember Spirit. And Yopaj is only level 4. He's not even 5. He's yeah, not feeling that great on the mid lane.
Yeah, but jungle, I like what we see Enchantress doing, coming in, invading this enemy triangle. First, taking some of these creeps, also blocking the Ancient so that they can't be stacked. When you're playing against Medusa, you run out of farm, but top lane, speaking of Medusa, Raven gets dove by FBZ. It's just a straight up solo kill. He had no help whatsoever, just getting the mana from the Soul Ring and dives Medusa.
Jaunuel was not really close enough. He wasn't even hitting the Mars, and Mars literally just ran him down. And for some reason, Medusa was trying to man fight for a couple of seconds, and then decided, okay, I can't fight this. I need to run, but it was too late.
Couple kills going Boom's way with Skem also finding the Snapfire in that jungle, so nicely done as DJ will TP on down bottom. Looks like they want to try and make a play onto Tino here. No level 6 duel just yet on Legion Commander, so not sure they're going to have the damage for this one. They do go with the Cookie, but he gets off the Strength Morph, so just some harass.
Double damage.
There's no way that you kill without 6, right? But they are getting the armlet now on the Legion. It's a pretty early one. This is something standard that we see from all Legion commanders at the moment. Just rushing the armlet and taking down the tower with it.
It feels like to me that this Legion can't just, you know, be this like defensive Axe Shard buff up Medusa. You've got Abaddon, and they're going to go for a dual kill down bottom, looking for that first damage, but
that's what's happening.
Enchantress, yeah. With the Nature's Attendant and a Medallion, there's just too much armor, and now Jabs could be in some trouble here. He's trying to lifesteal back up an armlet toggle. He's doing a good job keeping himself alive for now. He may need another toggle. He gets it in between auto attacks. Nicely played by Jabs to stay alive, but no chance to get that duel.
Yeah, I was waiting for that Satire Hadouken to connect on Legion Commander as she toggles. Didn't happen. Yeah. And also, if you think about it, if Jabs waited for the armlet, I think they would have enough damage for the Enchantress mid lane Tins. Should be fine, I guess.
Diving on in. He gets off the Shadow Realm. Armel holding the Boundless Strike for now. Bramble onto the tower here. Does Armel chase this one? He thinks about it, but quickly realizes...
Yopaj?
Probably shouldn't. Yopaj is found to target himself with the level 3 Abaddon. He thinks he's got this kill, but Armel shows up with the Fire Remnant in and out. Yopaj gets the kill and gets back to mid. Smooth moves.
Yeah, very nicely played by them. They punish this over-aggression from Fnatic. I feel like when you're dominating a lane as hard as Armel is, I feel that 90% of the time it's a mistake to do the thing that they did. Especially when you consider that they're trying to kill a Dark Willow. And there's an Ember as well. These heroes, once they hit their levels, they're extremely elusive, difficult to take down, and more likely than not, you'll find yourself just way too deep.
So jungle invasion here. Tim's in some trouble. Boundless Strike is there, and he's not even going to go for the TP, so he'll hold the Boundless Strike for now. Tim tries to deny himself, but Raven gets the kill, so going to the Fnatic carry.
Yeah, he tried to go for that Wildkin, but there was no chance. Bottom lane, maybe? The duel?
And does he want to go for it? He does. Will he get his first damage? You betcha. Jabs gets the kill, but Yopaj has shown up with an Arcane Rune. Sure, he doesn't got any points in Searing Chain, so doesn't look like he's going to be able to get any kills down here. Just going to the enemy triangle, probably to steal a Bounty Rune.
Yeah, I don't think Skem expected to... Well, he probably did, but he was out of position a little bit for that overwhelming odds. He took way too much damage. If he doesn't take that amount of damage that literally cut him in half, he probably doesn't die to duel afterwards, but...
The collapse around this top river. Jaunuel went in, stole a Bounty Rune himself, but he doesn't have the same capabilities of an Ember Spirit to get out. So easy kill, but not the most important kill.
It feels like the supports are playing the sacrificial game this time around.
Yeah.
They're doing... you can see Tim's again. He's invading the enemy jungle together with Skem this time around, but they can't truly pressure the Medusa, not before level 6 Dark Willow. Maybe lead some experience, but that's about it.
Tower is under attack.
Getting these wards down, they still have the Ancients blocked, and I have not de-warded it or been able to stack their Ancients, so it's surprising that they're just not able to play that farming efficiency game because of how, like you say, sacrificial these team supports have been.
And I also guess when Raven, he wouldn't be in the triangle right now because it's a little bit too early, but he would like definitely to have some stacks there, right?
Yeah.
And I can agree with that. Abaddon should be around, perhaps. He has a sentry, probably should go there, de-ward it, and make a couple of stacks.
Armel, there's a Boundless Strike on Tim's. The cookie follow-up is going to be a little bit off to hit the stun. Hits him with the slow here. The Bramble not going to connect on Armel. He's just nicely avoiding it. They'll get the dual kill once again. Jabs find himself some free bonus damage.
Yeah, because of the duel, it's definitely worth it. They are delaying the push on the bottom lane. Yopaj actually killed that catapult. It's a 10-minute catapult, right? You usually want to use it and utilize it to take down the tier 1, which is something that Boom has done on the top lane, right? FBZ has taken the tier 1, is invading the enemy jungle. Meanwhile, you have been chasing Dark Willow around her fairy forest, so... no, not sure... Yeah, I can agree. I guess it's worth it just because of the dual damage, if nothing else.
Yeah, and I guess not wanting to get caught underneath that tower with the TP in from the Ember. If someone like Mars shows up with an arena, suddenly you could be feeding kills. So it does seem like Fnatic are happy to play the slower game and
mid lane,
sit back and turtle it up a bit. Raven, it's his job now to try and defend some of these towers. He comes in mid to defend the tier 1. Jaunuel there has hit level 6 in Abaddon, so got the borrowed time if he needs it. Yopaj is just going to try poke and prod and then jump his way out of there. They did force the borrowed time.
Yeah, the borrowed time has been forced. They defend the tier 1. I actually thought this is going to be a disaster for Fnatic because Boom is just moving much better on the map. All down to just being objective focused instead of kill focused. Because of that, they take the tier 1 top. They're already pressuring mid. But it's so hard to pressure versus Raven. Like, he stands up front. There's an Abaddon. There's a Legion that can get him out of problems, right? So...
Oh, mid. He's going for this kill. Oh, not enough damage.
Yeah. I guess he didn't account for the sticks this time around.
Yeah.
He did get Abaddon before, but this time around... Oh, haste? Never mind.
Needed one more side of this, perhaps. He is going to go into this enemy Ancients area, though. Force Raven away from them. I don't think he's got the damage for a kill here, but we'll see. He's still chasing, looking for more, just spamming that side of his. Finds a Curry, needs to juke it over the trees. Does a good job microing it. Yopaj being a little bit baited there. Still a couple here. He's trying to set with a Boundless Strike. Is there a follow-up? Is there a duel or anything? They're going to have not enough lockdown. They needed the Legion commander there, but Legion... Oh, yeah, bottom lane getting picked off. No Blink Dagger yet on Jab. He's trying to farm it up, and he gets caught alone. Getting a bit too greedy down there.
Yeah, and there's still... these moves from Boom. They might look a little bit crazy, like what Jaunuel, what Ember Spirit is doing Yopaj. But when you think about it, they're still keeping all their tier 1s up. They're picking off the Legion commander because everyone rotated to try and kill an Ember. And when you really think about it, there's no way to kill the Ember without the Legion, right? It's very unlikely that you will kill him with a cookie and a boundless strike. That's just not enough control. I really like what Boom is doing so far.
I'd love to take this tier 1 mid tower, but that's a much tougher ask. And one of the things, Medusa, while a greedy farming hero, Medusa is pretty good at defending these towers. You kind of just plop her there with the Mystic Snake, and you can't really dive her when she has Stone Gaze up.
Yeah, and so far they have defended the tier 1, and it's a huge tower that they have to continue defending. I feel like it's really important for Fnatic, because if they lose it, the triangle just becomes so accessible for Boom. That's something that Fnatic has done really well so far.
Once again, Ancient's being blocked by the Radiant. There's another... I don't know if Raven realizes. He did kill it in time where I think it would have respawned in the center on the other side.
Did you see Skem? Like, there's a Dark Troll Summoner with like 10% HP, and because Enchant actually fills him up to full HP, he goes in and enchants it away from Medusa and just takes it out.
Well, you mentioned defending this tier 1 mid tower, by the way. It is being poked and prodded constantly, even with no creeps there. Boom really want this tier 1 mid, and yes, Skem's Enchantress has been very impressive. So
he's creating a lot of space, making just some moves that you are forced to react to, and that's the problem. You react with a couple of heroes, and then on the other side of the map, Boom is doing business. They are pressuring mid though. There's the blink on Legion.
Bait this Medusa, but Boom, it seems like they have a hunch something might be amiss. Jabs goes in with the blink duel. That's going to be the Tim's Willow, throwing away his life perhaps so that someone like Yopaj doesn't get caught.
Armel has that Echo Saber as well, so they might try to take this tower complete.
I have an idea of where he is. Yopaj with the Quelling Blade trying to catch Armel, but doesn't guess right on the trees. And for the Siege Wagon, they want this tier 1 mid, and it should be going down. The question is, does it get denied? That was by Yopaj.
Morphling is meanwhile taking tier 2 top, like 50% HP. He's got Lincolns as well completed, so dueling him is... Do they even have a way of breaking it? Like, there's no way. A Mystic Snake, I guess, Mist Coil, but it's all things that Morphling can easily evade and get away from.
We've been seeing a lot and talking about this Medusa a lot because she's constantly having to come defend towers. But yeah, I feel like we haven't even said Morphling's name because he's just been silently elsewhere on the map. As Armel bottom gets caught on the trees, the Mars, one of these heroes that's so good at catching him with the arena. Kills off the Monkey King.
Very sorry, Tino. We've neglected you. You're doing fine. You're farming away. Good job.
0-0-0, and he's on his way to an Aghanim Scepter. So he's probably telling his Dark Willow, start leveling up that Shadow Realm.
He takes that bottle, tries to get the double damage rune. The time he's back, there is no double damage rune anymore. Got yoinked by Legion. But yeah, once that Dark Willow is up, once that Shadow Realm is up, and you have Aghanims on Morphling, I think that's truly when you're ready to fight on the side of Boom.
Just going straight into it. And Tino will have that Aghanim Scepter, you're going to imagine, in no time at all. As for Fnatic, Raven continuing to farm well, continuing to top the net worth chart. Is this Medusa going to be able to hold her own? How well do you see this Medusa being able to carry this game, Lizard?
Yeah, they do have some saves for her, and she should be pretty strong in fights because of Legion Commander, because of Abaddon. At the same time, she doesn't have any big buffs. Bottom lane, yeah, he's fine. She doesn't have any big
buffs. As he blinked in, yeah. Sorry about that.
No, I know. No, like Bloodlusts or Venge Auras or, you know what I mean? No real buffs. Just saves from Abaddon, from... I guess there's some minus armor coming from Snapfire, the Solar Crest will be there, but that's it. So, is that strong enough versus Morphling Dark Willow? I doubt it. I think Morphling Dark Willow, if they play their cards right later on, that's incredibly powerful.
Doesn't feel like they've got the heroes to kill a Morphling. Like Medusa, her job isn't to kill this Morphling, but none of their other heroes particularly do a great job of killing Morphling. Dual mid. This time they do catch Yopaj. Wasn't successful. Bottom lane, Yopaj perhaps getting a bit overconfident after using that nice sleight of fist dodge on the duel, but this time around he gets caught.
We're talking about this Medusa and how she's gonna carry. Look at Jabs, he has 40 damage. He's getting these duels, like, Maybe this is the guy that maybe this is the carry that we should be talking about. Is this Legion Commander can actually get really scary later on.
Especially if he gets a good way to break the Lincolns, and suddenly you've maybe got some kill threat on the Morphling. If he finds like some item or some kind of neutral item, bias item.
Neutral would be perfect. It still breaks Lincolns, right? The Fey Grenade.
Yeah, I think the Fey Grenade's the OP one for breaking Lincolns.
Yeah, it would be the perfect one for them. Meanwhile, boom, they're taking Roshan. Enchantress obviously very easy to tank it up with Solar Crest, Untouchable, Heal.
Fnatic, they've smoked up, maybe having an idea that this is going on. They're headed towards it. Yopaj grabs an Arcane Rune, ready for this fight. Jaunuel going to look to charge it in, but it's going to be a little bit too late. Roche already going down. The Kisses comes a bit late, but it's going to do some good damage. Skem getting low because of this. He goes down to start the fight. They've still got the duel here, but hadn't caught in the arena. That's not the hero they were hoping to catch inside of that. Jaunuel just pops the ultimate. He's okay. The chase is on. Raven wants to just go putting his body on the front lines here. He's got some good backup here. Can they catch the Embers? But nice spear coming out from the Dark Willow. Morphling goes waving it. Down the strike from the Morphling stolen as well. And they're absolutely shredding through Fnatic to start things off here. Looking for a duel. Is the Legion down? He can't life steal his way through it. So he gets killed by Yopaj, giving him the bonus damage. Now Armel in trouble. Doesn't have a BKB yet. He gets sleight of fisted down. And Fnatic lose 4 in a costly Roshan contest.
Maybe another one.
Yeah. Speared into the trees, no real escape for the Medusa, surrounded by 4. Team wipe.
Damn, this is just so well played by Boom. I definitely understand where Fnatic is coming from. It's not a bad play. You're going in the pit because you understand that they have wasted most of their... Well, you're expecting they've wasted some resources on the pit, and they're out of position. So you can get in with the proper duel. The Snapfire will have Mortimer's Kisses from far behind. There's so many clutch trees that you can set up the Monkey on to use the Wukong's command. It's a decent play, but overextending and going on the high ground and not having a Blink Dagger, like Legion Commander actually, I believe, went into Brambles, so her Blink Dagger was on cooldown for a while, so there was no instant blink into disable someone and kill him off. Instead, they get terrorized by Dark Willow, and it just all falls apart. Ember is in, he gets dueled way too late, there's no follow-up. It was just a disaster for Fnatic because they overextended going into that high ground without having a proper way of initiating with Legion. Just a mess, nothing else.
That's all before this Aghanim's timing comes up for Tino's Morphling, so he's got his name on the scoreboard. He was 0-0-0 until that team fight, and now Tino's like, okay, you know, I'm gonna have Lincoln's Aghanim Scepter, and I'm ready to start getting involved.
And he was getting real close to that place in which your pubbers start flaming you. Is this Morphling ever gonna do something like, yeah, hello, sir? Like we were
carry players, man.
Goddamn carry players, but he joined when the time was right, and he did a ton in that fight as well. If you think about it, it's not even just the Dark Willow. He has a couple of heroes that he can morph into that are quite strong before the Shadow Realm. Ember as well is pretty decent team to morph into.
And looking to defend their jungle. They want to sweep out Fnatic, who perhaps are a little bit too comfortable on this Radiant side of the map. Jaunuel's a bad and going to be thrown away to the Boom Esports Wolves. Easy kill for Boom to collect.
If I go in, I might die. If I go in, I might die. Yeah. It just, you know, happens. You're a position 5. It's your job. You plant some words. You give some info. There's an Aghanim's now on Tino. There's an Aghanim's and an Aegis.
Yeah. Game on, perhaps, for Morphling at least. See whether or not Boom want to start forcing some of these towers. 90 seconds left on this Aegis, so they've still got, you know, good ability to take out some of these outer towers. So it's going to be easy to go high ground here, but Fnatic was set up to defend this one, but they go in. FBZ was ready for it. He gets it. He knew Armel was going to be up there. He doesn't get a chance to BKB. They kill off 2 cores immediately. What an initiation from FBZ.
Yikes,
sniffing out Fnatic. Yikes indeed, as Fnatic get pushed back to their high ground, and he's going to miss that one, but he's more than made up for any missed spears with that start to a fight.
You can go AFK FPZ. You did enough. You can go chill out. It's on the boys now to follow up and do their part of the job after that arena. That arena was just perfect. I love how Fnatic is. That move again, it's not horrible. You understand that you're playing into ages, but if you catch them off guard, if you make the right duel, you're in the trees, they don't see you, but FPZ is on point. He doesn't care. He got that arena just pitch perfect.
It looks bad, but I wonder if like somebody just like stepped out of position, because it was almost like Boom somehow saw a hero, whereas Fnatic were trying to stay. They were trying to play in fog, but maybe Monkey King just like jumping onto the trees somehow got seen.
Yeah, I actually didn't notice. There's probably someone that was noticed there, or maybe it's just BZ with the extra sense.
One of those fights you need to watch back like from Radiant Vision perspective, but Fnatic not phased by it. They just immediately smoke up and charge forward. They really want to fight with this BKB time. That's the item they've been waiting for so long. This monkey BKB, it felt like it was the missing component from some of those earlier team fights. And now they've got it. They're like, okay, we got to fight, but Boom Esports not having any of it.
I'm not sure just how helpful it will be. I think the Skadi on Raven that he has just completed might be a bigger deal as well. Like you finally get something versus the Morphling versus the other heroes, slow them down a little bit. It's pretty decent, but they're in a rough spot. There is Snapfire with the new shard. All these small little things, they do add up.
If I go in, I might die.
Tino looking for Armel, but not gonna find him. 8k gold lead accrued for Boom at this point, and they don't seem to be slowing down. They're looking to make their next move as they smoke up themselves.
There's no way for Morphling to join them though, right? They will be fighting without him.
BZ doesn't seem to mind. He catches DJ in the arena. Fnatic looks to try and turn this one around. Jabs thinking about going in with a Blink Jewel, doesn't find the target he's hoping for. Doesn't connect and gets caught in the brambles here. He's going to be a little bit careful. Now the Morphling's already rotating in on over, so Bab's getting speared into a tree. Centaur's starting to follow it up. He's just being chain stunned here. He could be in some trouble as Yopaj arrives as well. Fnatic having lost both their supports. Still looking to fight here. They go in with Armel's Monkey King, pops the BKB, looking for the Wukong's command. Can he keep anybody inside of this one? With the buyback on the bad, and they've got a bit of extra save. It's Terrorize from Boom is going to reset this fight and set them up to pick off Raven, perhaps. Blink in, spear back. This time onto the Medusa, who pops the Stone Gears, but it's just being used defensively. They get 2 heroes stunned here as well. Yopaj, he's in, he's to die back on the Abaddon. They're going to get Raven as well. And Fnatic, GG out.
Damn, that's convincing right there. That's incredibly convincing by Boom.
Yeah.
Ooh. This last thing, this last fight, this last move that they had, they were only 8k ahead. They're making a move versus a Medusa without their carry. That just shows conviction. I believe that's some scam magic right there. Like he brings these different ideas to the game. He knew there is a Morphling on the bottom lane. They will not expect us to make this move. Let's just go in and try catch them out. Let's catch anyone. The Snapfire should do. The Legion Commander. It's a high risk play in my opinion, but if you know that they won't be ready for it, then probably know that it will pay off.
And they weren't ready for it. And Fnatic tried to react, but the second that fight broke out, Morphling's like, okay, now I got to come immediately because he knows there's a fight about to break out. Turns out he wasn't that needed. I imagine most people agree. Hero of this game, FBZ's Mars. He was the week 1 MVP for some of his amazing Pengo plays. This time around, he does it on the Mars. He was just an absolute beast.
Yeah, he took that tier 1 on the top lane. He defended the fight around Roshan really well with a good arena. Then that arena on the mid lane behind the tier 2 just broke Fnatic's back.
Well, with that, we're going to be headed to a quick break. Boom Esports have taken down Fnatic in game 1 in convincing fashion.